All right, good morning. We are live. So excited as always to be here. Welcome to Conversations to Raise Vibrations. I'm your host, Lisa Kelly, and always joined by the beautiful Elvira Hopper. Yes. And if you're joining us live, please hit, hopefully you've given StreamYard permission to share your name. Otherwise, it just comes up as Facebook user. So let us know who you are. We love to engage in comments. And if you're watching later, just hit hashtag replay and let us know what you loved about this conversation. And we have our beautiful YouTube channel. So even if you've seen us here, we do encourage you to hop over to that YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe, as there's so many people that aren't in this group that could use the same message. So please share away as well. Just want to make sure comments are on. Perfect. All right. Good morning
Yay.
on this gorgeous day. I don't know where everybody is
so
joining it
beautiful.
from, but Elvira and I live literally like 30 minutes away from one another in Southern Ontario here, close to Toronto. And it is, I don't know what we did, but this weather, because like, I know if you're in the US, I can't convert, so sorry, but it's 24 today, 24, like
Insane. Like a summer day. We went right from winter to summer. It's
I
And then
unbelievable.
Friday's going to be 30, which is like, I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it's high. It's high.
That is high. And you know
Yeah.
what? Here's the thing. I know like climate change and all that's probably not really great,
Mm.
but I'm gonna take it
Yeah.
because next week it goes right back down again. So
Does it? Okay.
let's enjoy the week while we have it.
Yes.
So I
Let's
see
do
some
it.
people joining us. Please let us know who you are. Like we'd
Yay.
love to see who you are. Unfortunately,
Cheers.
yeah. I'm drinking
Mhm.
my dandelion root tea this morning.
Ooh, this
Yeah,
is this is lemon water for me.
yeah, love it,
My
love it.
hubby makes this every morning for me and it's so nice. It's
Yeah,
warm and I tend to drink it all in one sitting, but today I was kind of busy, so I still got it going on now, but
love it. I have my
yes.
lemon water,
Yeah.
ginger and cayenne pepper every morning.
Mm.
Looks
That's a
so
good cleanse. That's a
yeah,
good cleanse. And I've
love
also got regular water. And you know what? Here's a little tip. If you do drink lemon water, my recommendation I learned recently is to chase it with some water because the lemon gets stuck in our teeth
it.
and it can actually erode. So
Yeah,
we want to wash away the lemon with some water. So that's
yeah.
what I've been doing lately since I found out like a couple of weeks ago. So go figure, you're never too old to learn something new. Here I am at almost 61 learning this. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Today, ladies, if you've been jumping on over the last few weeks, you will know we have been chatting about our beautiful new program that is
Mhm.
starting on Monday. I can hardly believe
Yay!
it when I
So
say it.
exciting.
I
So
actually can
exciting.
hardly believe it because what you guys don't know is Elvira and I have been working on this for probably, what would you say, Elvira? A
I'd
year?
say about half a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably it feels like a little bit longer.
Yeah. Maybe more, maybe more.
It's been a while,
Yeah.
back and forth, many Zoom calls, and it's just like such a beautiful program.
Oh,
I'm
but
so
pure joy to
it
to bring
is.
together. Like we had so much fun bringing it together, Lisa, because we were destined to do this together. You know,
I agree.
women don't have to compete. Women can fly together, and we are
I agree.
amazing examples of this. You know, if I can just brag a little bit about us, like there is absolutely, we're both coaches, we're both mindset coaches, we're both healers, and there's like zero competition between us because we believe we can go further together, right? The old African proverb, you want to
I
go fast, go alone. You want to go
yes.
far, go
I
together.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So just before we get started with this, Elvira and I had said, "Hey, what do we?" If you're new to this, you will always know that, or you will come to know that everything we do is completely authentic. It comes directly from spirit. We are always channeling, always, so
Yeah,
nothing is ever scripted for us.
yeah.
So this morning we both said, "Hey, let's pull a card." Yeah, she
Yeah.
has cards that are so beautiful, and I happen to pull out, like, I have many decks, but I felt called this morning to pull out
Mm.
Gabby Bernstein's "The Universe Has Your Back." So
Oh, yes.
yeah, and I like them just because 'cause they're quick, right? They
Yeah,
kinda give
yeah,
you a message for the day.
yeah.
Um, so anyway, today's message, because I pulled it for all of you for this whole beautiful
Mm.
group, is, and I love the picture, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. And I don't know if you
Mm,
can see that, but I always the third,
nice.
right? It's how we change what we see. And once you change what you see,
Hmm.
perspective, everything around you begins to shift. So I think
Yes. I
perfectly
love that.
for
I
our
love that.
program because leap into your new life, right? I mean,
Yes.
that
Make
could
the rest of your life the best of your life.
right?
Yes.
Couldn't be
Yeah.
a better name for a program as far as I'm a little biased, but as far as I'm concerned, to me, it just, yeah, I want to leap into my new life. And
Yeah.
it's all about changing the way you look at things, right? If you're
Yeah.
stuck in those old programs, feeling stuck and unfulfilled and just don't know where to turn. And so many women in this
Mm,
group, because trust me, I go and I read the posts and then I
yeah.
read the comments underneath it. And there are literally hundreds that have
Yeah.
said, I feel stuck. I don't know where to turn.
Yeah.
And I think, oh my goodness, you guys, we have this beautiful program
Ah,
that
yeah.
will serve exactly your need right now.
Mhm. We designed it for you because we designed it for this group, right? So
Yes,
if you're in this group, chances are you're heart centered. Chances are you have a story of what you believe happened to you.
yeah,
And we want you to see that perhaps it might have happened for you to
yeah,
turn you into more of who you're meant to be so that you can rock your act too, so that you can
exactly.
make the rest of your life the best of your life. Because we
Yes.
don't go through struggle for no reason. If
Mhm.
we can find purpose in our struggle, in our stuckness, and then
Yeah,
be able to get out of it and then hold up a torch. Here's my new torch. Hold up a torch and say, follow me. I know the way. In fact, I
yeah,
have a shortcut. This is why you and I, Lisa, went through our shit shows for many years because we're here to help them tighten up that timeline so they
yeah.
don't have to struggle as long because they have our teachings and tools. Am I right?
Yes, 100%. I love it. And that's the whole piece, right? We don't want you to stay stuck. We don't want you to
No.
stay in that same hole. And I always am drawn back to,
Yeah, that
Wayne
story.
Dyer's I am every time. I resonated with it so much of
Yeah.
in the hole, getting out, falling in the hole. I'm like, holy shit, I'm here again. And something else that resonated was listening to that girl that you sent me last week, that woman,
Mm.
on community and how important it is. And we spoke about that. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch the video. But honestly, it's about the community that we're building
Yeah.
is when you are doing things alone, which we did for so many years,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Lone wolf. Lone
right?
wolf syndrome is a trauma response, by the
Yeah,
way.
and
Yes.
we
Yeah.
didn't know where, and I think too is it was all for me at least, I'll speak for myself, it new for me and I didn't know what to do, and I was trying to grasp at things here and there,
Yeah.
right? Books to read, meditations to do, and it was all new for me. This world was new and it was beautiful. And I felt like, oh, I pulled myself out of that hole. That's amazing. I feel great.
Mm.
And then, holy shit, a little while later, I'm right back in the same hole. Why am I
Mm.
here again? That's weird. Same thing, repeated patterns.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to me, I was trying to do it alone.
Yeah.
And then it's so different when you hire somebody, a coach or a group
Hmm.
community like we've developed.
Very affordable way of doing it with community.
Very
Yeah. Yeah.
way of doing it with a
Yeah.
community, but you've also got that support from so
Yeah.
many other women who are feeling the same thing. So guess what? They're holding you up as well.
Yes.
So, I mean, how beautiful is that? You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
amazing. And you and I, when we were developing this, we did our research. Like we did a lot of
Hmm.
looking into other group coaches and group
Yes.
communities and what they look like, what they sound like, what they feel like. And I mean, it was so beautiful. I loved doing that research alone because I thought, oh, this is amazing. We need to
Yeah.
develop this for women because women need this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And,
And they
and that's
need you and I specifically because you and I, our unique combination is 1 + 1. And I'm never going to get tired of saying it equals 11. You
yeah,
bring out the best in me, Lisa. I bring out the best in you. And
yes,
together we can help women fly farther and faster. I've never
I
said that before. That just came through.
love it.
Together, we can help women fly farther and faster
Yeah,
because they get the benefit of our stories, our messages, and our magic. They
yes,
don't have to struggle as long as we did. And or if they've
exactly.
been struggling many years, like end the struggle, end the stuckness. You
Yeah.
know, come join us next Monday. It's going to be
Yeah.
amazing. We're going to have fun too. That's the other aspect, right? You can't
Yeah.
be in my environment without having fun, because I
I
always say if it
agree.
ain't fun, I'm done. And you're so much fun too, Lisa.
I
And
agree.
so we can have crying moments, and then we can, you know, like laugh right afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So when you're in a safe community with women and you're
Yeah.
seen, safe, celebrated, supported, oh my
I
God, I just get chills thinking about
I
it.
know. I know. And I've
Yeah.
had people say to me, and I wanna answer this question while we're here, if I may. Women saying, "I've done some of this work. Maybe I'm this is a little bit over me or under me or whatever you
Yeah.
feel, right? Maybe I'm not right." Listen, there are women joining and jumping on, Elvira, that are previous clients of mine, previous
Yeah.
clients of yours.
Yeah.
So, hello, we've all done the work, right? And
Yeah.
I love your saying of the tree, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
If you're not growing, you're dying. So yeah, no matter how much you've done, you still need to grow. You're going to
all
keep growing till you're dead, you
yeah,
know? So
and always it's like rereading a book, right? I've got a plethora of
mhm.
books behind me here, and I was buying more, and I only read self-help, and I'm like, "Oh, well, why don't I just pull a book off the shelf that resonates with me and reread it?" And
Yeah.
honest to God, I pick up so much more going through it because my energy is different. And
Yeah.
that's like you coming into this program. Your energy is shifted already.
Yeah.
Everything shifts and changes. So your
Yeah.
energy is different than it was 6 months ago, a year from now. So you honestly, you just you jump in because
Yeah. Yeah.
it's going to serve you no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna serve you because we're gonna learn from these women
Yeah.
and their
Oh,
message,
I can't wait to continue growing on my journey too, just
right?
holding
Yeah,
space for everyone else, and you and I growing as leaders. And
yeah,
and I, I don't know if I ever shared this story, but when I was in Tuscany, Italy, I learned the hard way that
yeah,
I did not know how to facilitate groups. And I had a breakdown, and I had two women leaders step forward to support the woman that was triggered with PTSD, and
right.
which triggered PTSD in me, ironically, right? But it was all meant to happen, Lisa, because I was meant to go to a dark place where I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had imposter syndrome in Tuscany, Italy at my first international retreat in 2018. And yet I was meant to go through that breakdown because one of the women that stepped forward said, "You've never had group process, have you?" And I said, "What the fuck is group process?" And she's
Right.
like, "You need to connect with Tammy Cunningham when you get back. She's going to teach you how to hold really safe space." And sure enough, I did. I was meant to go through that breakdown. Otherwise, would I have ever found that woman? No way. And as a result, my team got trained by her as well. So
Yeah.
we are all trained at a very high level so that we can hold safe space for communities to come
So
together
good.
and do this inner work. And they're doing it with the Love Your Vibe transformation. You and I are doing it with Leap Into Your New Life. I know how to hold safe space. You're a freaking teacher, and you have done, coaching, and you've been part of lots of programs. You know how to hold safe space.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
a facilitator extraordinaire, as am I. And my goodness, I cannot imagine women
I know.
being in a better place
It's
starting
so
next Monday.
exciting. It really, really is exciting, honestly. And again, I say, healing happens within, right? When you do that inner work. And if you are ready and you decide, that's the big piece here. I mean,
Mm,
I notice a huge shift. As soon as you decide
yes.
something, it's like, yeah, this resonates with me.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I don't know how or what, or it's
Don't
just
overthink it. Don't
don't,
overthink it, because the ego will have you overthink and
yeah,
do nothing.
yeah,
And we invite you to not overthink it.
yeah,
Decide you're worth it. Decide, and it'll never be priced this low again. So honestly, we hope that it's a no-brainer offer for you. The beta bonuses are actually worth more than the cost of the program.
yeah,
So don't overthink it, because our egos, here's how our egos work, okay? Our egos want to keep us small and safe. Like,
yeah,
don't reach out, don't do anything. You might hurt yourself, right? People might judge you, people might laugh at you, all those old stinking stories, right? Or ego has us say, "Hey, I'm good. I don't need any of that.
yeah,
I'm fine. Thank you very much." Right?
yeah,
We call that in my, the Love Your Vibe transformation, that's called the nasty contrast game of ego. Has us say, "I'm not good enough," or I'm all that in a bag of chips.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Your authentic self lives in a different place. It
Yeah.
lives in what we call miracle magnet zone. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to teach you how to start living in miracle magnet zone, even though we don't call it that necessarily in our program,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
where people are going to be living in their authentic zone, their real zone, their higher self zone. And that is where magic and miracles find you every day. Like, seriously, it's like I have a magic wand. I get these miracles every day because where I choose to vibe. We're going to teach you how to live in that zone. We're going to teach you to let go of the old stories, the old patterns, and start attracting miracles.
Yeah.
And honestly, it is an absolute the point I was trying to make has now left me because I've gone on so many tangents. But anyway, the fact is that, when, yes, the ego wants to talk you out of it because the ego wants you to stay where it is.
It wants you
And
to stay comfortable. Here's the
comfortable.
little
Yes,
system.
comfortable and safe,
Yeah.
supposedly safe.
Yeah.
But there's no growth in that ego zone. And the ego wants to continue driving your car every day. The ego wants to be in control. So when you decide to tell the ego, hey, ego, please go sit in the back seat. Me and my higher power are going to drive the car today. Okay, there's one
Yes.
way to look at. Then you get to drive your life. You get to move forward. Ego doesn't have control anymore, but you have to have the courage to tell ego to sit in the back seat. So that does take effort. And you have to supersede the voice of the head that says, oh, you're not worth it, or you can't do this, or this is too much money, or all the old stories, because the ego wants to continue driving your car.
Yeah.
Don't let it. Put
Yeah.
it in the back seat. Listen to your heart and soul and act accordingly. Honestly, ladies, it's never going to be priced this low again. And it's going to be fabulous because Lisa and I are committed to doing this for the rest of our life. Honestly, if there's a way we can serve together, that's more fun, that's more, interesting, that's more impactful, we're going to continue doing it. So this is our beta, and we're committed to it being amazing so that you get what you need, so you can leave us a great review and we can charge more for it next time we do it.
I love it. I love it. And, we do talk about this in the program. I just want to piggyback on what you said there because the ego is that conscious mind, right? That 5% of our brain that wants to control everything. And, we, like you say, take a back seat. I love that. And we do actually, we do talk about that in our program. We talk about it, how we need to switch drivers here, right?
Yeah.
You need to be in charge.
Yes. Don't let your ego drive the car.
Yeah. In Huna energy, which is something else I do, in Huna energy, the conscious mind is the mother and the unconscious mind is the inner child. And you never want the inner child to be in charge, right? That's your programs, your stories, your old thoughts, beliefs, whatever. But they're not serving you anymore. It's time to
I just got chills, Lisa. I've never heard it like that.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. See, I learn new things from you every day, honestly.
Explained to me like that, I was like, oh, I finally get what the inner child is. Now it makes sense because so many years of therapy, people say, oh, talk to your inner child. I remember thinking, who am I talking to, a child? Like I didn't understand it all. And then as soon as it was described to me, it was like, yeah, I get that.
That feels right.
And
amazing.
And you cannot allow that child to run the show.
You can't.
You wouldn't let a little child run your show, so you're not going to, so you're not going to let this one run the show. So it's time to drop those stories, those old beliefs that are not serving you. And this is the second half of your life. So you have to look at, I want to enter the second half of my life. Am I doing what I really want to do?
Yes.
Am I where I am meant to be? Because I'm telling you, you don't want to get to the end of your life and say, my gosh, I've died with my life still in me. Because that's a really sad place to be, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and Elvira and I can attest to this, is it takes the work. You're going to do the work, but it's so worth it on the other side.
Yes.
It is so worth it.
And easier when you're in community and held by two incredible coaches. Yeah.
Exactly. 100%. So I'm just so excited for this. You have no idea. Monday is fast approaching. I can't believe it. So there is a link that we will share in the comment section for you to check out. Again, if you feel like, hey, I still need a conversation, no problem. Jump on a call with either myself or Elvira, and we are happy to talk you through any questions, anything you might have. But really, Elvira said it, I'm going to reiterate it, it is a no brainer because it
Yeah.
is so low.
Yeah.
I I can't believe we
Honestly.
priced it this low
Yeah.
with everything, but
Yeah.
we wanted to do that, right? I
We
mean, that
wanted to launch it, and everybody launches at a beta price, but you're going to
yeah.
get massive value. And Lisa, honestly, I was inspired to Google this as you were talking there. And because you were saying, don't die with your real music still in you, like my father did, sadly. He was an incredible tenor that could sing better than Pavarotti and never did anything with his voice. But listen to this. I just pulled this up. I think it's Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. I think
Mm,
she
mhm,
wrote a
mhm.
book on this. And basically, who was it that said this? Yeah. Anyway, it just says regrets of the dying. Okay. So I'm just gonna read this if you don't mind indulging me here. For many years, I worked in palliative care. My patients were those who had gone home to die. Some incredibly special times were shared. I was with them for the last 3 to 12 weeks of their lives. People grow a lot when they are faced with their own mortality. I learned to never underestimate someone's capacity for growth. Some changes were phenomenal. Each experienced a variety of emotions as expected: denial, fear, anger, remorse, more denial, and eventually acceptance. Every single patient found their peace before they departed, though every one of them, um, sorry, every single patient found their peace before they departed, though every one of them. When
Mm,
questioned about any regrets they had, this is the part I want to tap into, any regrets they had or anything they would do differently, common themes surfaced again and again. Here are the most common 5. I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself,
mm,
not the life others expected of me.
mm.
So that's the only one I'm going to read. You can just Google and check out the rest. But
Oh,
that is one that touches my heart and soul because this is the work we get to do, Lisa. We get to help people to not die with their real music still in them. We get to
yeah,
help them live a life that is in alignment with who they truly are. We get to
yeah,
help them leave knowing that they left the world a better place
yeah.
because they've connected to their bigger why, their bigger purpose. This is
So
what we are blessed to do, Lisa.
so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. That was perfect. That was divinely timed. I love it. Oh, it just gives me chills that I love her work. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my mom worked in
Beautiful.
hospice for 15 years, and she
Oh,
said
wow.
found peace in the end.
Wow.
And there was a lot of that. I wish I
Yeah.
had have said this. I wish I had have done this.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not to bring you down, but it's to wake you up.
Mm,
We shake you to wake you to realize that you have one precious life. And
yeah.
how do you choose to live it? Do you
Yeah.
choose to be what everybody wants you to be? Do you choose to just be a mother and do everything for them, or be a good wife and, be taken care of financially and, don't rock the boat, or do you choose to live full out what
Yeah.
you were brought here to do? This is the invitation to you. And we start next Monday. And honestly, if this touched your heart and soul in some way, don't
Yeah.
hesitate. Either jump in yourself, or if you know someone this could really support, send
Yeah.
it to them with love.
Yeah.
Say, hey, you know what? Check out this program. It
Yeah.
might be for you. Don't shove anything down anyone's throat,
Yeah.
but just a gentle invitation forward and see what they think, because divine timing is divine timing. And
Yeah.
we get the hell yeah in our bodies when it's right for us. We could
Yeah.
hear the same message again and again and again, and it means nothing. But at the right time, it's like, oh my God, these 2 women are amazing. They brought together this community. They've got all these great teachings and tools. They're master facilitators. They've got all these bonuses. Like, what the hell am I waiting for? Right? It's never going to be priced this low again. That's the
Exactly.
invitation. That's the invitation.
So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Shall we end this with a
Yes,
you
let's
want to
do that with
your
with another card. I'm being guided to pull a card from the
message?
Cosmic Journey Oracle deck by Yannick Silver. Okay, so this is a powerful deck. I'm just going to shuffle 3 times. 1, 2, 3 on everyone's behalf. I'm going to knock 3 times on everyone's behalf and put your energy on there. And now I am going to pull this card. Oh, I like this. It's number 44, which is a very sacred number.
Or four?
And
Yeah.
it It is, oh my gosh, Ganesha, the Hindu god, and
Mhm.
your words create worlds.
Love it.
Isn't that beautiful? Number 44. So let's just see what it says in the book. Number 44. Your words create worlds. Your words are the magic spell that builds stories that will either serve you or muffle your dreams. What words are you speaking forth into the world at this moment?
Mm.
Listen carefully to those around you. What do you hear? Our language determines what we believe is possible or impossible. Our words truly create worlds.
Mm.
Slow down to bring awareness to what you are truly saying in conversations with others and with yourself internally. Before you try something, are your words about empowering?
Mm.
Are your words about it empowering,
Mhm.
or are you already down and defeated?
Mm.
By drawing this card, you are now free from all old stories you've been told by others, no matter how well meaning they have been. You are released and free to use the language of creation and conception. The cosmic catalyst is, what is a personal power phrase I can tell myself when I feel overwhelmed, scared, or uncertain of what to do next? And the cosmic checkbox is, write down all the empowering words you used in the last week about yourself.
Mm.
Now write down all the disempowering words and compare those lists.
Wow, that's so amazing. How perfect is that, hey?
Isn't that great?
So good.
And here's how we tie it into our program. When you're around people who are speaking words of empowerment, who are living words of empowerment, you
Mhm.
cannot help but be affected. You are affected by the 5 people that are around you most. Well, if you decide to make Lisa and I and your community some of those people, you are going to elevate. You are going to make the rest of your life the best of your life, because this is how you transform. You do it in community or with at least one other person. That is community, right? With a coach or community.
Yeah.
And you get to shift. You're no longer the same person you were at the beginning. That's what transformation looks like. You're
Yeah.
now speaking words kindly to yourself. You're speaking words of empowerment to yourself,
Yes.
because no one's going to tolerate you speaking anything negative. And you're going to have this community for the rest of your life. You guys can stay together. Whether
Yeah.
Lisa and I are there, you get to have your sisters for life. And they
Exactly.
will always see you as your possibility. So even if your family does not see you as your possibility, this community and Lisa and I will see you as your possibility.
Yeah. Beautiful. I love that, Elvira. That's so beautiful. Perfect way to end this. We will post the link underneath this, so please encourage you to check it out. And again, like Elvira said, if you know someone that this could be for, please share the link with them. And until next week, we love you and we hope you have a beautiful day, whatever it is you're doing. And choose your words wisely. Remember words of empowerment for yourself. Until next week, we love you and we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.
3, 2, 1, 0.